All I got to say is a dip bang at 60 yards doesn't work.
So far I've sucked at judging yardage. So I've hit all the targets so far. Any lost no arrows?
After 6 long months in our various corners of the world, the Hoyt Easton Pro-Am brought the ASA family back together again in Foley, Alabama, to kick off the 2025 ASA Delta McKenzie season.
It's freezing, but it feels great to be back with friends and family.
Bundle up. If you brought it, wear it all.
And it is abnormally cold for this part of the country.
The air was chilly, but the atmosphere was as warm as Thanksgiving dinner as we said hello to friends we might not have seen or talked to since the ASA Classic last August.
My marks are not good, but it's just the way it is. I'm from Wisconsin.
Feel better now.
I do feel better now.
The rust on our 3D skills was evident.
Get that?
Some having a thicker buildup than others, and so the practice bags, practice ranges, and match bowstrings team shoot were jam-packed Wednesday and Thursday, as everyone tried to knock some off before the real competition began Friday morning under a bright sun, but with frigid temps.
Good shot. That's right. Very good shot.
The 6 pro classes headed out to their typical Foley ranges, but there was one notable difference. The known pro archers, for the first time in competition, faced ASA targets that were stretched out to 60 yards, 10 yards farther than the previous max distance. The change was made in the interest of increasing the difficulty in a class where scores kept pushing higher and higher and kept getting tighter and tighter.
I think everybody likes it. I mean, listen, I mean, the scores are so tight and the scores have been so high for so long. I mean, I think everybody would love to see, some level of separation and, targets that you don't necessarily have to step up in 12, right?
It'd be good. Push things back, open up scores a little bit, and, you hit a 60-yarder and you're going to gain some ground. You're not going to lose ground if you miss it.
Every archer we talked to said they loved the change and that they looked forward to seeing if they could meet the challenge.
ASA season's here, and we're going to have some amazing shoot-offs this afternoon.
58 yards, hit the upper.
We've got some top-notch shooters out there right now.
Saturday afternoon, the ASA moved from the pines and brush of the Graham Creek Nature Preserve to the calm, predictable conditions inside the Foley Event Center for the Pro Pressure Point Shootdowns.
The transition from out there to in here, I don't think it's easy.
First up was the Senior Pro Division, which featured 2 shoot-down rookies, Kerry Clunn and Stephen Altizer, who had to square off against Tim Yeoman, making just his second appearance in the finals, and longtime multi-champion veterans Jeff Hopkins and Tony Tazza.
Tony got a bonus ring.
Tazza played his signature, mostly mistake-free game, while the others behind him struggled.
Oh, that's a 5. He had the yardage right, he just hit left.
Now, we have the 6th arrow, and he went into the last shot with a healthy 6-point lead. Ultimately, all he had to do was hit the target with his last shot to take a first title of 2025, but of course, he called and smashed the upper.
It feels awesome. I mean, coming out of the beginning of the year like this and just trying to put things together, after the long off season and not getting a whole lot of chance to practice at home with the snow and the weather and stuff like that. But it's awesome. It's awesome.
You will see some bonus rings hit. We saw some in the Senior Pro Division where they were judging. These guys know the distance. I promise you they're going to hit some rings.
The senior known pro shootdown was a horse race from the get-go.
Boom, upper on that turkey.
That's Kevin Beach.
And he called upper and got it.
Only 4 points separated Michael Braden in first from Rick Baker in fifth.
That's uncharacteristic for Mike.
The lighting seemed to cause problems for some of the seniors, as there were more than a couple low arrows shot in the finals.
He's going to have to make some moves now. He's going to need some rings.
Kevin Beach had no such difficulties, finding enough 12s and enough 10s to take a tie for the lead with Jeff Borg into the 6th and final arrow.
Oh, he really needs to hit a bonus ring.
Oh, and he called it. After Borg clipped the 12, all the pressure fell on Beach's shoulders to match, and he rose to the occasion, crushing the upper 12 to take his first title as a senior known pro.
We were together all day today. That's how I thought it was going to finish. So this is awesome. I don't really have the words.
All right, Darren, here we go.
This tournament brought all the big guns out.
Because this is a stout class of archers.
It is.
In women's known pro, Tanya Galantine shot 2 stellar rounds to earn the top seed heading into the shootdowns.
Good look at Galantine.
There it is.
12.
While Galantine had several podium finishes in women's known pro before the Hoyt Easton Pro-Am, she had never stood on top of the podium.
14 for Tanya.
Yep.
And our number 1 qualifier, shooting for Hoyt, Tanya Galantine. Leader Tanya Galantine on the gas bowstrings mule deer.
Right there, she's got a 10 to
takes
start.
a 10. A solid round in the shootdown gave Galantine a virtually unbeatable 10-point lead ahead of the 6th arrow.
Marissa first shoot down. She's guaranteed a podium.
Oh, she got it! That was priceless.
Even a 14 by Marissa Harding, which secured her a 2nd place finish in her first ever shoot down, only meant Galantine had to hit the target to take her first win.
But I bet she's going to shoot a 12 or a 10 here and call it good. Yep. Got it. Upper 12.
Got it. An upper 12 secured the crown.
I mean, every win, feels just the same. And that's why we all do it, because it's just the best feeling ever.
In known pro, the new 60-yard max lowered the scores a little, but not much. Dane Johnson still put together 2 solid rounds to head into the shootdown at 48 up and with a 6-point lead. 60 yards, that's new this year for this division because the scores were so tight and so consistently high.
As these guys get used to these distances, you're going to see some top-notch shooters out there right now.
Yeah,
Dane got
for
12.
the upper 12.
Yeah, he's at 470 now.
In the finals, he never took his foot off the gas and he never gave up his lead. Closing in, Darren, that this might only be a 2-person 6th arrow.
Good look with that in picture right there.
Yeah. Got it.
Smoked it.
Boom. He's saying, where was that the last one?
Yep. Dane needs a 10. Pretty confident this big fella can get the job done right here. Boom.
There you go.
Got
it done. A center 10 with his last arrow secured his first win in the division since 2022, and the emotions took over.
I just felt like all year I've just been so close, and even last year I've gotten 2nd at Louisiana, and I felt like I've been so close past at least last year. Oh, I can't even talk. I'm so excited. I can't thank everybody, all my supporters, my family back home, my daughter.
Brings it to a whole new level.
Cara Kelly at 409, Kaylee Pettiford at 414. Those are our only archers above 400. We consider 400 par.
Yeah, if you shot 40 10s for the weekend, you'd have 400 points.
Good shot. Good shot. Good shooting, guys.
The women's pro saw only 2 archers, Kaylee Pettiford and Cara Kelly, on the positive side of 400.
Good 12. Good shot. Thank you.
One arrow can make a huge difference, and you'll see it here in these shoot-offs. Every arrow matters.
With Pettiford leading the way at 414, 5 points ahead of Kelly.
So Kaylee needs a 10 here. 8 would tie, and Sharon would win on bonus rings.
Yep. And that is an 8 for sure.
So Sharon Wallace ends up your champion on 1 single bonus ring and tied score.
Seemingly intent on avenging a devastating loss in the finals at Minden last year. 10. Hey, that's safe.
It's a 10-point spread.
With a 10-point lead ahead of the 6th arrow and an 8 shot by Kelly,
Just over it.
Pettifer didn't even need to take the final shot to claim her first title since Metropolis 2022.
So Mike Tyrell has told Kaylee she hasn't won. She doesn't need to shoot this arrow.
She can miss this target and still win.
If she hits it in the eye, she gets to pick a kid and give away the target. Mike Tyrell's known for this. It's a cool little feature.
But she did shoot the Russian boar in the head at the direction of the
Close
ASA's
enough.
Mike Tyrell, and then picked one lucky kid to give that target to after the finals were finished.
I put a lot of time behind the bow these past couple months. You know, I have a little son and I work full time also, so I don't really have a lot of time. It might just be blind belling in the garage at night while it's dark, or putting the truck spotlights on a target just so I can shoot outside. But just utilizing my time and just making sure I get shots behind the bow. And this weekend it kind of just all meshed together, making good choices on the range. And you know, most of this is just making good choices.
No surprise at the top of the pack there, Levi Morgan.
Nope, he has got some game. He's been in a million of these shoot-offs, and it's no surprise at all to see him leading the pack.
When 13-time ASA Open Pro Shooter of the Year Levi Morgan heads into the shoot-down with an 8-point lead, it's hard to imagine an outcome other than Levi Morgan taking the title.
8 for Levi.
8 for Levi.
Morgan didn't exactly blow away the competition in the finals, shooting an 8 and 4 10s.
That's a 12 for Seth Green.
He's not going to go away, is he?
And Seth Green and Riley Sobel did their best to try to reel him in.
And you got it. Yeah, there it is.
But the closest they got was 4 points.
He went for the 12.
Went for the 12.
So he got a 10. He went for it. So an 8.
And Morgan only needed an 8 with his last arrow to take the win.
Yeah, 10.
Good 10. That'll center 8 ring. Nobody clapped. I'm going to clap for Levi. I'm going to clap for the guy.
There you
A
go.
10 earned Levi the first Open Pro title of the 2025 season.
First tournament of the year, you're the champ. How's that feel?
Well, after that shoot-off performance, a little undeserving, honestly. Feels great. I shot awesome on the range out in the woods, but I guess I left that out there this weekend, so I'm thankful to have pulled it off in the end.
A light rain fell Sunday morning as the last of the Hoyt Easton Pro-Am rounds were finished. We've had a month to work on the issues discovered in Foley, and now we'll get to test our progress at the Shibuya Pro-Am in Russell County. See you there.